Hello, Rhonda here with a yoga practice for better sleep. I'm going to take you through a series of poses that will help you reduce stress, bring your body to total relaxation, and help you calm your mind. If you have a block and a strap, bring it with you to your mat. We're going to start warming up the body in a standing position. Let's get started. Let's go ahead and take a step at the middle of our mats. We're going to start with our breath work. We're going to inhale to sweep both arms up, palms together, hands to heart. Again, inhale, reach. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. With each round of breath, reaching up towards the ceiling, getting length in the spine. Breathing in and out through the nose. This next round of breath, we're going to come into a chair pose. Pausing here for a moment. 2 more breaths. Again, inhale, reach, lengthen. Exhale, down into chair. 3 more times like this. Warming up the body, moving the body in a nice flow. Let's go ahead and bring it back to center. We're going to reach the right arm up with the left hand, grab onto the wrist, reach, lengthen, take an inhale, and then exhale up and over in one straight line. Inhale back to center. Reach the left arm up with the right hand, grab onto the wrist, lengthen. Big inhale, exhale up and over. Inhale back to center. Release that arm. Roll one shoulder back and then the other. Shrugging off any tension you may be having in your shoulders. And then we're going to just flop the arms, moving in rotation. Let's go ahead and bring it back to center, coming into our first forward fold. Let's inhale to sweep both arms up. Exhale, swan dive, leading with the chest. Forward fold. Once you're down, just relax the head and the neck. You can take a slight bend in the knees. Go ahead and nod your head yes. Nod your head no. And then back to yes, because you want to always finish in the positive. With each inhale and exhale, drawing your head a little closer towards your mat. We're going to hold for 3 more breaths here. This pose, Uttanasana, helps calm the mind. Bend the knees, inhale to sweep both arms up. Palms together, hands to heart. Let's go ahead and take a wide stance. Bring those arms back out to the side. Widen through the chest, open through the shoulders. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, swan dive forward. And then from here, you're going to slowly walk your hands towards the center of your feet. Feel free to use a block here. And then with each inhale and exhale, again drawing the head a little closer towards your mat. Just relax the head and the neck. Prasarita helps promote concentration and focus. Go ahead and place your hands back onto your hips. Use your core strength to lift on up. And let's go ahead and walk our feet back to center. Now moving into extension, our back bend. You go ahead and stay forward. I'm just going to come off to the side so you can see my form. You're going to inhale to sweep both arms up, interlacing your grip, pointer finger up towards the ceiling. Engage those abs and glutes to protect that lower back. You're going to take an inhale, exhale, drop the head back, and you're going to slowly draw a line with your pointer fingers towards the back side of the room. Let's hold for 3 breaths here. Inhale back to center. Float those arms back down by your side. One forward fold here. Inhale, reach, lengthen. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. We're going to make our way onto our mats. Bend one knee. Bring it to the mat and then the other. Shift our hips back towards our heels as we reach our arms forward, resting in child's pose. Balasana helps alleviate stress and anxiety. We're going to walk our hands to the right side of our mats, placing our left hand on top of our right hand. Shift your hips slightly over to the left. Breathe into that left lung, 3 deep breaths. Let's recenter our hips. Walk your hands through the center to the left side of your mat. Now placing your right hand on top of left and shifting your hips slightly over to the right. 3 more deep breaths here, in through that right lung. Let's recenter our hips, walk our hands back to center. Let's make our way onto all fours, aligning wrists with elbow underneath shoulder, knees directly underneath the hips. Moving in a cat-cow flow here, flexing the spine and then extending into cow. Flexing into cat, and then inhaling to cow. One last round. Let's go ahead and shift our hips back towards our heels. Reach those fingertips forward. Now moving in a modified plank flow, you're going to take an inhale to shift those hips forward, and then exhale to shift the hips back. Inhale forward, exhale back. 2 more times like this. All right, let's go ahead and meet in that modified plank position. From here, we're going to slowly descend, bending at the elbows until the front of our bodies are on our mats, preparing for Shalabhasana. Let's go ahead and stretch our arms long right by our side. And then we're going to inhale to lift the head, the shoulders off the mat. Reaching those fingertips towards your toes. If you'd like to do a little bit more of a shoulder opening, you can even interlace your grip behind your back. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. Go ahead and release your grip. Bring your hands right by your shoulders. Take an inhale here. Exhale to shift the hips back into child's pose. From here, we're going to come into a downward facing dog position. So bringing those hips away from your heels, rolling those toes under. Take an inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Let's go ahead and pedal those heels right and left, right and left. Stretching out the backs of the calves. Now go ahead and bring both heels towards your mat.
Press firmly through the palms of the hands and the pads of the fingers. Get nice length in through the spine. On our next breath, we're going to reach that right leg high to the sky. And then we're going to draw that right knee towards the nose. And then we're going to bring the foot in between our hands at the tops of our mats, finding ourselves in a lunge position. You're going to bring your left knee onto the mat, bringing the top of that foot flat onto the mat. And then you're going to slowly heel toe that right foot out and bring your right hand on the inside of that foot. From here, we're going to move into lizard pose. Feel free to use a block for your lizard pose. You can bring your forearms all the way down onto the mat, or you can place your forearms on a block or maybe a pillow. Feeling that nice opening in through the hips. Let's hold for 3 deep breaths here.
This pose calms the mind and controls stress.
And then let's slowly make our way out of it. We're going to heel toe that right foot back to center. Lift up on that left knee, rolling the toes under. Let's go ahead and send that right foot back into downward facing dog. And then on our next breath, we're going to reach that left leg high to the sky. Let's go ahead and bring that left knee towards the nose. And then we're going to bring that foot in between our hands at the tops of our mats. Again, finding our way into that lunge position. Let's bring our knee onto the mat.
The top of your right foot goes onto the floor. Heel toe that left foot out and bring your left hand on the inside of that foot, bringing your forearms to the mat or on a block.
We're going to hold for 3 more breaths here.
Opening and stretching out the hip.
And then slowly make your way out of it. Heel toe that left foot back to center. Roll the toes under of that right foot, lift up on the knee. Send that left foot to meet the right foot in downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Go ahead and bring both knees to the mat. And then shift the hips back into child's pose.
Let's go ahead and make our way into an easy seated pose, Sukhasana, sitting up nice and tall. Let's just go ahead and close the eyes. Let's take a few deep breaths here. Our palms are facing down at the tops of our thighs, right by our knees for a more grounding effect. And then on our next breath, let's go ahead and stretch both legs long out in front of us, preparing for Nandasana, staff pose. We're going to inhale to reach both arms up, forward and out, with those 2 peace fingers grabbing onto those 2 big toes. Or you can grab a strap or a belt, and you can place it underneath the ball of your foot, holding both ends. And with each inhale and exhale, drawing your chin a little closer towards your thighs.
staff pose strengthens and stretches the spine, but also calms the brain. And then on our next breath, let's rise. We're going to bring the right foot in towards our center line. We're going to take that left leg, bring it up and over, coming into our seated twist. Reset that spine nice and tall. Let's reach that left arm up towards the sky. Bring it up and over. Use that hand as a kickstand to lift your spine even taller. Hug that knee in. Soft gaze past that shoulder. This pose helps with stress and anxiety, but also helps with detoxification. Let's go ahead and bring it back to center. We're going to extend that left leg long out in front of us, coming back to that forward fold. Again, feel free to use your strap. Inhale to reach both arms up to lengthen. Exhale, dive forward. Maybe interlace your grip around your foot. Again, with each breath, drawing your chin a little closer towards your thighs. Janu Sirsasana helps with anxiety and fatigue. On your next inhale, let's go ahead and come on up. We're going to come into a seated wide stance. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's go ahead and reach both arms up, forward and out. Find the floor with your fingertips and just relax the head and the neck. This pose also calms the brain and stimulates the internal organs. With each inhale and exhale, drawing your nose a little closer towards the ground. Feeling that nice opening through the inner thighs. And then on your next inhale, slowly come on up, walking your hands back towards your center line. You're going to bend the left knee now, bringing that foot in towards the center. Bring the right foot up and over, finding both sits bones onto your mats. Let's go ahead and reach that right arm up towards the sky. Bring it up and over. Now looking over that right shoulder. Two more breaths here. On your next breath, let's bring it back to center. Stretch that right leg long out in front of you. The sole of that left foot is on the inside of that thigh. Inhale to reach, lengthen. Exhale, fold over that right leg again, either interlacing your grip or you can use your belt or strap underneath the ball of the foot. Three more breaths. And slowly make your way on up. We're going to make our way onto our backs. We're going to roll down onto our backs, preparing for reclining big toe. If you have a strap, that will be useful. So go ahead and reach that right leg up towards the sky. You can either hold on to the leg or use your 2-piece fingers to grab onto the 2 big toes. If it feels okay for your spine, then stretch the left leg long onto your mat. You can also wrap a strap around the ball of the foot, holding both ends.
Reclining big toe pose improves digestion and increases circulation.
And then on your next breath, you're going to lift your head off the mat, draw the knee towards the nose and the nose towards the knee. Let's hold for 3 more breaths here. And slowly release. And now bringing the left leg up towards the sky. Either grabbing the big toe with the 2-piece fingers or using your strap. Again, if it feels fine for your spine, go ahead and stretch the right leg long onto your mat. Getting some nice length in through the back of the leg. And then you're going to lift your head and shoulders off the mat. Draw the knee towards the nose, nose towards the knee. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. And slowly release. And now moving into bridge pose. Let's go ahead and bring both feet in, bending both knees. Your feet are about hip bone distance apart. Palms are facing down. You're going to inhale to lift those hips up. You can either interlace your grip underneath your torso, or for a more relaxing bridge, you're going to take your block and you're going to place it just underneath the sacrum. Feeling that nice opening through the front of the thighs, your hips. Your shoulders are relaxed.
Bridge pose improves circulation and helps alleviate stress and mild depression.
2 more breaths. Go ahead and remove the block. And now coming into final relaxation, Savasana. Close your eyes. Shoulders are away from the ears. Start slowing down the breath.
Allow your entire body to melt onto your mat. Relax your jaw, your chest. Your belly is soft and your hips are heavy. Your feet are slightly splayed out. Your whole body has found total relaxation. Now that you have calmed your mind, your entire self is prepared for restful sleep. Bring your knees to the chest. Roll over to one side. In fetal position. Slowly make your way on up. Back to that easy seated pose. Inhale to circle both arms up, palms together, hands to heart. 2 more times like this. Last time here. Have a wonderful night's sleep. Namaste. Sweet dreams.